Yeah, today's been an amazing day. There's been a big pool, a big variety of different types of engineers here, and I would highly recommend it to everybody at their next install event. The biggest takeaway was actually speaking to like-minded people in the industry. Everybody had a different opinion, everybody had a different way of doing things, and for the people that really want to upskill in that, there is so much variety of information and knowledge in the room that you just can't get that anywhere else. 100%. I think the industry is totally missing this kind of event, this kind of training. There were things today, and I've been in the industry 30 years, that I picked up and I never knew about. There are so many elements to heating systems, to heat pumps, that you just wouldn't know that you needed that information, or that information is vital to a successful install.
What I think of the event is it's been terrific to learn from people's experiences, what went well, and how they can reflect it on how they can improve those installations as well, certainly from like Craig and Mark as well. And there's elements in there from the other speakers about certain sizing and elements of, gives you like a snapshot of how to install a heating system correctly and to make it really efficient as well. I think the biggest takeaway for me was listening to the experiences of heating engineers that were delivering these kind of case studies to learn about the challenges they faced and how not only themselves but all of us can actually potentially improve future installations. I totally recommend it to others because it gives you an absolute flavour of how to become a better heating engineer from all aspects, from the installation right through to design.
The event's been really useful. I've come along with my apprentice today, and some of the information that has been delivered has been brilliant. I think the selection of manufacturers is brilliant. Like the key snippets that you might have forgot. So for me, it's like a bit of a refresher, and obviously kind of I think it's just more refresher and just getting kind of the experience of others around me, which has been really useful. The biggest takeaway for me is probably the level of experience in the room. There's people there from installing thousands of heat pumps to like not even installed any, but it's everyone coming together, sharing their knowledge and kind of moving forward in the renewable side. 100% I'd recommend it. I think you can never stop kind of doing your development and stuff like that. And for me, just sitting next to someone that I didn't know, and the networking is more valuable than anything that's been taught. So I think the networking is probably the key takeaway. And if people are thinking about coming and you think you know it all, just come along, because there'll be people next to you that have done a lot more or a lot less, and you can actually help them as well.
I've actually really enjoyed it. Usually at these events, it's the same faces you see, but there's actually been lots of new faces this time. So it's an indication that the industry is actually starting to grow a little bit. The biggest takeaway, apart from Kimball's prostate again, I actually quite enjoyed meeting the British Gas guys, because that's an indication of that. I quite like the idea that these guys are starting to get into it, they're investing in it, they're starting to do more training, so it's quite interesting to meet different people that I wasn't expecting here. Absolutely. And I've been a big fan of mentoring over the years, and I think this is where you learn the most, because you're getting to talk to the guys that are doing it day to day and ask them the questions you can't get the answer for normally.
It's been a great event so far. I've met a lot of great guys. We've had some really good chats. I think just bouncing off other people has been really useful. Just talking through some jobs, different problems that we've faced, and just a good sharing of knowledge. I think there was a lot of really good information thrown about yesterday. It was a mixture from sort of the beginning aspects of a job, sort of seeing it through a good process, right to some highly technical points, which was good. There were some excellent points by Kimbo in his section, a lot of good sections on that, which is a really good refresher. And there's a good few points on the expansion vessels. Really enjoyed getting things just to get stuck in, to tuck away in the memory. Just a lot of good information really got passed over. I'd recommend it. I think anything that gets you meeting other installers, other engineers is always good. You never know you don't know what you don't know. So you start speaking to others, you see you've got the same problems, and you can just pick up just good advice, meet people in the industry, which I think is vital if you're, want to move anywhere, and just find people who are like-minded.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I've really, really learnt loads. It's great to see all the people that you might follow online and have them all in the same room and be able to have a back and forth conversation with them. It's just been really, really, really good. And there's some really kind of we're delving deeper into a few topics and stuff. So if you've done the training before and then you're coming now, we're delving deeper into topics, things that you might have forgotten to ask when you did courses originally, people like Kimbo. And I know today we're speaking to Richard Burrows about degree minutes, which is just obviously a bit of a much more technical topic. So yeah, it's been really, really good. The biggest takeaway for me is just never stop learning. I think just surround yourself with people who are part of the install community, who know more than you, have been doing it for a lot longer. They're installing more heat pumps, they're installing more complicated systems. By surrounding yourself with people like that and being part of that sort of community, you're going to gain much more experience quicker, gain more knowledge, and then obviously you can implement those in your own jobs and hopefully make a bit more money. I definitely recommend it to others. I'd recommend it to pretty much any heating engineer, to be honest with you, if you're looking to gain more knowledge. I think even if you're at the start of your low temperature journey and the start of your renewables journey with heat pumps and everything else and hydronic design, it's even a great place to just dip your toe in the water. Come to an event, join the community and just sort of start seeing what it's all about. And then if you think it's for you, then you can start doing the courses and stuff. But likewise, you can do it both way around, do some of the courses, get the knowledge and then come and be part of the community. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, so it's the beginning of the second day I've installed. The first day was really good, got loads out of it. It was a nice mix of presentations, so kind of 45 minutes each. And it's good to speak to like-minded people as well, and learning, just speaking to other engineers as well, really, really useful. Probably the biggest takeaway for me is recap from Kimbo. Kimbo is a renowned trainer in the industry, so that was invaluable. Another takeaway was at the end of the day we had a quiz, so it's really good fun, obviously a bit nerdy because it's all about heating, but it just cemented some of the things we'd gone through in the day, so that was a really good way to just cement your learning. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the event. The next event, if you can get down, definitely do. You're going to learn loads in this little snippets as well, and it also leads you to further places where you can go and learn. So different courses you can do, like Mario's and Kimbo's and Heat Geek, etc. So yeah, it's a really good starting place as well.
I thought this event so far, we've just come through day one, has been absolutely brilliant. It's been pushing boundaries for myself and for heating installers, really helping them to progress and improve on what they do. In particular, I like some of the ideas behind creating buddy groups and finding a mentor to work with and trying to go and get on a job with a more experienced installer. I think that was a really, really good idea. The biggest takeaway for me was installers supporting each other to practically learn instead of relying on classrooms. I'd absolutely recommend this event to any heating engineers interested in progressing into heat pumps or developing their understanding, particularly because it deals with both technical improvement and in networking.
I think it's a good idea to connect all of the guys from the country and to have it on one place. A lot of good presentations, good educators, and of course networking, what is the biggest thing, because you want peer-to-peer learning, to know the guys, to help each other. So I think it's a good idea. The biggest takeaway for me is how everyone is open to education, because you have a lot of experienced guys here who wants to learn more, who wants to hear different perspectives. So I think this is the main thing here. I will recommend to everyone, because it is not so often that you have a chance to learn from the best of the industry and to connect with the guys, to chat, to hear experience from their installs, to learn more, and to know whom to call if you have a problem or you need some kind of a support, because industry is really big and you need to have a proper support for your jobs.